This week in the show, we're talking Rian Johnson's murder mystery whodunit Knives Out. Stick around for southern drawls, twists and turns, and plenty of white trash. I'm David.
And I'm Caolán.
And this is Two Men the Podcast.
Welcome back, David.
Yeah, welcome back.
I forgot, just right off the bat, I forgot to mention last week, we never announced who won on our actual official podcast of the best Christmas movies of all time.
Oh, yeah.
We ran the 16 thing for anyone that doesn't follow the Instagram and didn't vote. We ran poll running all the major Christmas movies, and Elf came out.
Elf came out on top.
Elf is the best Christmas movie of all time.
Can't really argue with that, can you?
I would like to retract my statement because I rewatched it over Christmas and it's not a terrible movie. It is a horror film, I still stand by that.
Oh,
but Zooey Deschanel, victim of it all.
I forgot she was in it.
Yeah.
That movie's 20 years
But she's
old.
blonde.
But also, Zooey Deschanel's 40...
Is she?
Yeah, because that movie's 20 years ago.
Wow. Looks great for 40.
I know, yeah.
That's what, because I'm watching New
shocked.
Girl at the minute, like I said last week. And she's great.
Yeah.
She goes away for the first 7 episodes or something of one of the seasons because she's off having babies.
In real life or...
In real life.
Oh, okay, right.
She's on jury duty and she's in one of them juries, what they call it when... Sequestered, yeah. She's in one of them and she can't talk to them for a month.
Wow. That's an inventive way to get around
it. It is. They were going to write
her
out... They needed a way where because it wouldn't make sense for her to not ring them.
Yeah.
And they were like, we could either record the phone calls or just let her go have her week.
I like that.
Yeah.
That's cool. I might watch
cool.
New Girl just for that.
We'll just watch season 7. And Megan Fox replaces her for a few episodes. Knives Out, though, she's not in.
No, she's not in. But Knives Out is great.
Speaking of females, this film led by Ana de Armas.
Yes.
We should let her know now, as she listens, that all the hate we give her boyfriend, Ben Affleck, is not aimed at her. Because I thought she was pretty good.
Oh yeah, she was great in it.
What do you think of Knives Out, David?
Oh, I love it. I love a murder mystery. I love a whodunit. And it's just so good.
Did you watch the Orient Express one?
No, I haven't watched it yet. Very good. I mean to. And there's a sequel.
I stumbled into a cinema to see it. There's a sequel, yes, I seen that. I'm not sure how you...
Murder on the Nile. It's the same detective.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. I thought he was just going to be all of them get together for a reunion.
No, he's basically
all the suspects.
The man, whatever his name is, Perot or whatever the fuck his name is. He's basically just this kind of Sherlock Holmes character who just bounces around and solves mysteries.
Which is what they should do with Knives Out.
Which is what they're going to do with Knives Out.
Oh, they are doing that, are they?
A sequel planned.
Oh, great.
Just Benoit Blanc coming back.
Yeah, because I just want Daniel Craig he's great.
So good. I love his voice in this.
I've circled back a few times because I loved it as they started.
Yeah.
Hated it, and I came around to loving it. And the whole second time I'm just watching them with my hands on my cheeks watching. I love it. It's an odd one though.
The accent or the movie?
No, the murder mystery.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Because
it's a murder mystery where there hasn't been a murder.
Yeah, it's not much of a twist, I don't think. But for the whole film, it's like you're wondering what is going on. This isn't a murder mystery. Start murdering if you're going to give me a murder mystery. Yeah, you have a page here. I thought you were...
Very early on, there's a scene where he's interviewing each member of the family. And I just think it's so well done. Where he's got... it shows all the family competing with each other. So when he's interviewing Walt tells us that him and his family were with Harlan when they're, bring the cake out. And then when Linda's telling it, or Linda and Richard are married, when they're telling it they're the ones who are with him when the cake's being brought out, it's just this kind of tension between the family. And I just love the cut from Linda going, if you think I'm stupid enough to shit talking my baby brother, and then it just cuts to her husband. Oh, Walt doesn't run shit. He gets handed 2 books a year, and he just...
There is no adaptation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then it cuts to Walt going, Richard said what?
Speaking of the family, what a cast.
It's a brilliant cast.
I want to live in this family. Chris Evans is the least.
Chris Evans is fantastic in this.
Chris Evans and Jacob.
Yes.
Who I believe his name is Jacob in that Apple TV show you love so
Defending
much.
Jacob.
Yeah, the two of them reunited. Well, you've got Ana de Armas, Jamie Lee Curtis, James Bond. Even the ones I don't remember seeing in much, like Don Johnson, or who looks so familiar to me. I swear I've seen him in something else. IMDb must be missing a couple of films or something because I swear I've seen him.
Shannon as well, who was Zod in Superman.
Lakeith Stanfield?
Lakeith Stanfield, I want to say, is the least typecast man on the planet.
Yeah.
I've seen him in 3 things. So this, where he's this, pretty standard cop, but he's well played. In Uncut Gems, where he's this kind of your man, the basketball player, he's kind of one of his entourage. And then in fucking Atlanta, where he's this absolute stoned, just lunatic man. And he's completely different character and all. He's the least typecast man on the planet, and he's brilliant.
He's all over the place. Catherine Langford's alive in this.
Yeah, exactly.
What a showcase for her. And fucking Toni Collette.
Oh, exactly.
Who I never want to see in anything ever again, because she scares me. She literally scares me.
Terrifies you.
That film has had a lasting legacy on me. In that any film she's in, she scares me. Even in this, where she's just
This weird
just fighting the good fight.
with her flam.
What is a flam?
I don't know.
Is it a food or is it a?
I
know it's her makeup or whatever or perfume.
Yeah, I think.
But
it's
flam
just
is a food or
no,
something.
flan. You're thinking flan.
Oh,
It's like
okay.
It's a Mexican custard dish.
Okay, so she's not making flan
No, she's making
or
flan.
flan. Not making food.
It's not a Mexican traditional custard dish.
Right, Ana de Armas, right, is like the least adventurous leading woman I've ever seen.
Yeah.
She's like the most like subdued. She's
Yeah.
just here for Daniel Craig to bounce off for
And I think it's
2
great.
hours. Have you seen the thing on Twitter
Which thing?
of the good for her trend stuff?
No, I don't think so.
I'm just gonna look and get the specific films now while
What I
you.
will say is very
ramble
often
on.
just pops up on Twitter is the scene of Daniel Craig going over the words overheard by the Nazi child masturbating in the bathroom, and I just love it. It's one of the best lines in cinema.
The good for her cinematic universe, as it's called here.
Yeah.
It's just 4 films where women are belittled and then rise up to win, right? You're going to agree less with these choices the further I go on, okay?
Right.
There's 4 choices,
Okay.
and think of women belittled and rising to win,
I'm
okay?
assuming Ana de Armas in this.
Yes, okay. Starts with In the Invisible Man.
Okay, yeah. Elizabeth Moss.
Elizabeth Moss in The Invisible Man.
Yeah.
Very much belittled, bullied,
much.
held
Yes.
down,
Yeah.
rises up, okay?
Okay.
Ana de Armas.
Yep. Also agree.
Danny from Midsommar.
Haven't seen the movie yet.
Also not, I don't, this is a great example that you're like, right, the last one, you're not gonna, the last one's ridiculous. Amy Dunn from Gone Girl.
Yeah, not so much.
Not belittled.
She did frame her husband for murder and then
There's a-
steal his sperm.
Yeah, there's a difference between,
Speaking of stealing sperm, did you hear Thomas Muller is going to start a sperm business for horse sperm?
Thomas Muller, the German and Bayern Munich international.
Yes, the Raumdeuter. He's starting a horse sperm business.
Okay,
Do with that information what you will.
I will. I'm stuck here on this good for her thing. There's a playlist now. You're next, fair enough. Alien. Not really bullied by this alien. I don't think that's the same.
The alien's not exactly taking advantage of her gender.
I don't think that's, I suppose it is in a way, but
yeah, but I don't think it's. I think it's more that these women are being belittled partially because they're women. I don't think the alien cares that much.
yeah.
The alien is nothing if not an egalitarianist.
And Ready or Not's not a great example either. Maybe they're just highlighting women,
Good woman leads.
good women leads,
Yeah.
but that's not what the comment section seems to think it is. So when you've seen Midsommar, we'll come back to it.
Okay.
Right, back to Knives Out, which is the film we're covering.
Yeah.
Ana de Armas is good in this.
Ana de Armas is great.
Yeah, she is the lead, so fair enough.
Also, I do love just before the will reading where Ransom shows up.
Yeah.
Is brilliant, and he's just like
An
Joni
absolute
says something. He
dick.
goes, "Up your ass, Joni. You know what? Eat shit."
He goes around the whole room, eat shit, eat shit, eat shit.
Yeah, and you can hear when Marta's leaving, you can hear your man Walt going, "I will not eat one iota of shit."
Yeah.
It's
That's when they argue and you can just hear insults thrown
Yeah,
in the background.
it's
They're
brilliant.
highlighted this.
it's so well done.
Yeah, it's great. My favourite bit is, and we know who did it. Trooper Wagner?
And
Trooper Wagner?
Yeah.
No. Yeah, that's my favourite bit of the whole thing.
There's so many just the throwaway lines are just so brilliant
Yeah.
in this.
Yeah,
Also,
that's-
I love your man's house with all the like
Oh, yeah.
just
With
the,
the fucking...
decoration of his house is just so
He has
cool.
like animals in the wee forest thing outside his garden.
Yeah.
The sneaky fucking pull away window.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah, it's a
the
creepy...
coolest
I'd
fucking
never
house.
want to live in that house.
Oh, absolutely.
I think she's lost by winning that house.
No, absolutely not.
The
It's
first thing
cool
I'm
as it is.
doing is selling that shit.
There's knives everywhere. There's just fucking axes and all
Are they
sorts.
all fake knives?
Well, some of them are like fucking hatchets.
Yeah,
So
they don't all look
exactly
like they don't all look like tuck-in knives.
Yeah. So I'd say the knives are probably retractable, but like I definitely saw at least like 2 or 3 fucking like hatchets, and you can't exactly have a retractable.
No, and there's also ones where the blade's clearly bigger than the handle.
They could all be dull as well.
Or maybe dull. Yeah.
I'd say they are all props of some description.
But it could still hurt.
Oh yeah,
I think you could still do a
You
woman
still-
in the neck with that shit. Yeah, okay. Because I was wondering, I was like, there's no way there's 1,000 knives.
And there's like no, I doubt there's one prop knife, but
Yeah, there's probably a couple. I mean,
yeah,
God,
I'd say most of them are.
Does this confirm that the Iron Throne from Game of Thrones was made of retractable knives as well?
Yeah, exactly.
Because that's all I thought about the whole way through, was that I'd rather be watching Game of Thrones.
I definitely would rather be watching Knives Out.
At least the ending's good. Which, Daniel Craig's monologue, which is on for like 20 minutes.
Oh, the donut hole.
Yeah, the donut hole,
It's
let
like-
me spin a yarn.
But inside the donut hole, we see a smaller donut hole. It's a donut hole's hole.
Fantastic monologue.
It's excellent. Also, Joseph Gordon-Levitt has a cameo in this. Marta's sister is watching her TV show. He's the voice going, "We have the nanny cam footage."
What? Oh, well, I suppose how did I not notice this? Because it's a throwaway line on
exactly.
a radio.
Yeah. But because Joseph Gordon-Levitt's been in, I think, all of Rian Johnson's stuff. I think he's he's like a stormtrooper in like the Star Wars movies, but he was in his first big film.
Yeah, because Rian Johnson does what? Star Wars.
Yeah, his first big film was Brick.
Looper. Yeah, I don't think I've seen anything else he's done. I've not seen Brick or Looper, and I refuse to get round to Star Wars. Is he the newer trilogy then, I assume?
Yeah.
It's not like a spin-off or anything, is it?
No, he did the first two, or maybe... Yeah, I think he did.
Was it not the same director?
No, it was supposed to be, and then J.J. Abrams came in for the third one. I could be wrong here. I think J.J. Abrams came in at some point.
Yeah, because if there's one thing you want J.J. Abrams to do, it's wrap up a story he didn't start.
For fuck's sake.
Yeah.
It's I won't say anything because I know you haven't seen it, but yeah, he literally takes like all the kind of like lingering questions and just completely like
throws them at...
they were kind of answered, and instead he just changes the answers. Then he's like, well, not really.
Yeah, that's what he does.
Exactly.
That is the J.J. Abrams model of set up something cool and then just
don't pay it
off. Yeah. Except he didn't even get to set it up. This is the Star Wars thing he throws. I can't. I will get to it at some stage. I've seen the first two. I will get to it, especially if he's as good at directing those two. No, they're not good films.
The first one's good. The second one is very meh, and the third one is everyone either hates it or loves it, and I'm just kind of indifferent about it.
Our colleague Glenn is a massive fan of the last film.
Oh, is he?
I remember we had a really mad night in work and he was like, "I'm away, I'm not coming." Booked it off, sorry.
Oh shit, yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
He was just like, "Oh no, I got my dad to say I didn't have to go." So
yeah.
Chris Evans in Knives Out. This character is just his appearance in Scott Pilgrim.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But stretched out over an entire film. And when you get round to watching Scott Pilgrim, you'll get it. But
I have to watch Scott Pilgrim now just because of that.
Yeah, he's great in this. I've not seen him in much that isn't
Captain America.
MCU.
Yeah.
So
he's in Defending Jacob.
Yeah, that's the 8-episode series with Jacob from this. I think he lucky saw him and was like, "Yeah, you're good."
Yeah, because I think he did produce Defending Jacob.
It's Apple TV. I'd say he chose everything.
Yeah, probably.
You get Chris Evans in, you let Chris Evans do what he wants.
That's fair. Yeah.
Who's the woman?
Michelle Dockery from The Gentleman.
Okay. Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I knew it was someone. Yeah. Marta playing Go at the start. It's the least subtle, theme I've ever seen.
Yeah.
He tells her, "You play your own game, try and make a pretty puzzle."
Yeah.
And then Daniel Craig beats her over the head with it again later. He's like, "You won this because you played by your own rules."
Yeah, it's not exactly the most subtle allegory in the...
It's the least subtle I've ever seen. I don't think I've ever seen something beat over the head like that. It works.
It works, yeah. I don't think it's like it's not meant to be subtle. It's not like he's...
It's not high cinema or anything, but...
Yeah, but yeah, it works, and I like it.
Yeah, the cast is fantastic.
It is a brilliant cast. It's just a nice, fun movie.
It's an easy watch, I'll give you that.
It's very easy to watch.
I don't think it's as good the second time, but it is a good watch.
Yeah, the car chase is...
Everything they do is fun.
Exactly, yeah.
There's no scene in this film that isn't fun.
The car chase is her going down the road in her fucking Honda Jazz or whatever the fuck it is, flooring it at about 60 miles an hour.
Yeah, it's like a proper Bourne Legacy chase.
Yeah, and then she goes flying off the road and in through all the alleys, and she's like, "I'm so full of adrenaline, my heart's racing," and then your man's just fucking knocks on the window, he pulls up beside her. Yeah, this is the dumbest car chase I've ever seen.
Yeah, it's great. Yeah, because even the suicide scene.
Yeah, well,
because they play it with her dressing up and walking down the stairs, and it's like the monologue stuff. It's not...
Oh yeah, where it's kind of like your man...
It's like the montage.
Harlan narrating.
Yeah, he's like, "Go out, say what time it is when you're leaving," stuff like that. And then he kills himself.
I also do love the kind of just plan to cover it up. It's just really well done. Where she even just the little things where she's walking out she's walking out.
Oh, it's midnight.
And oh wow, it's almost midnight. I'll see you. And even when Walt tells the story, he thinks that he checked the time.
Yeah.
And just little things like that. It's just so well done. And then the other thing is they all just none of them know where she's from. So they keep saying "Oh yeah, she's a really good worker. Yeah, family's from Ecuador." And then the other one's like, yeah, she came from Paraguay a couple of years ago.
Richard calls her over. He's like, "You're from Uruguay."
Yeah.
They all just...
You're giving your money to a Brazilian nurse.
Yeah, that's a well set up bit as well, because they talk about to Benoit Blanc. He's like, "Oh yeah, we include her." Him calling her over and saying all that, but without the actual talking. And then they play it again later, and he's being an absolute auto.
Yeah, yeah. And I love in that scene where he's like, he uses her to like prove his point in immigration, which doesn't prove at all because she's an illegal immigrant.
Yeah.
And then he just hands her his plate.
He's like, you came here the right way.
Yeah.
And then it threatens her later. He's like, oh, actually, no, you didn't. Sorry.
Yeah.
White recycled trash.
Yeah. White recyclables.
White recyclable trash. Yeah, so what does she do after this film ends? What do you think? Does she just live happily ever after? Does she sell it?
So, yeah.
I don't think they'd leave her alone.
Yeah, but I think she'd probably just get
I want to
restraining
see the
orders.
sequel.
She's got $63 million. She can hire hitmen or restraining orders, you know, whichever way she's feeling.
Doesn't seem like the type that would do it.
You could just fuck off to, like...
But then what's the point in the house? Sell it.
Sell it, yeah.
But you've given out to me for saying sell it.
Well, no, I'm giving out to you for saying sell it. I'm not giving out to Marta for saying sell it. Because you don't have these people coming after you.
The ghost of your former patient
Yeah,
and best friend
yeah.
upstairs. She'd surely never go to that room again.
No, probably not.
That room, it's a scary house. Even coming from when the police and stuff roll in.
Yeah.
And she looks up and sees the family that are up there.
This is a spooky manor.
It's like Bly Manor spooky. Yeah. I don't want to be anywhere near this place. Is that accent a real thing? There's no structure here. But is that accent real? Yeah. Like, I know it's...
He based it off a southern historian.
Because it doesn't sound real.
Shelby Foote.
Doesn't sound real.
It is real. It's not like... There isn't like states full of people who speak like this. But it's like, do you know when... I'm trying to think. You know people who have like a Dublin accent.
Okay.
And most of them have like a pretty mild Dublin accent. But then there'll be like the odd
some
person
really
who's got,
thick one.
Yeah, like a really thick. It's just a really
like
thick
your
southern
man
accent.
From Kerry. Oh, you take that back.
Oh, fucking Healy Ray.
Healy Ray, yeah. Or he has like the strongest like
Yeah.
Kerry accent or whatever
Exactly,
it is.
yeah. Like most people from Kerry don't sound like that. That's the equivalent of this, yeah.
Yeah, because you hear like southern accents in films and stuff.
It does all seem a bit much.
He sounds like a proper bayou kind of guy.
Yeah.
I told you a few weeks ago, before you brought in your parental guidance games,
Oh, yeah.
that I had a question I was going to ask you every week.
Oh, yeah.
But it didn't work for you because obviously not. But I haven't asked you the question once.
Yeah.
So what I will ask you now is, do you think this film could work as a one-season Netflix show?
As a Netflix miniseries, I think it would.
Yeah.
Because I think there's enough points where you can leave it as like a cliffhanger.
I think there's absolutely...
Yeah.
This is the best film that we've covered since I
I'm glad you
thought
remembered.
about bringing it in, yeah. Because I was like, Die Hard's the first one. No, it wouldn't.
Absolutely not.
No, but this absolutely would, because
I think it'd be perfect, yeah.
you could do like the Will Reading to be a cliffhanger.
Yeah.
You could do, there's... It depends how many episodes, I suppose. With
When
Netflix,
it's
they go, 8 or 10?
8
so
usually, yeah. For a miniseries, it's usually 8.
yeah, so 8 episodes you could easily
Absolutely.
stretch it out. I seen someone put on Twitter not so long ago that they should remake Knives Out with everyone as Muppets except Daniel Craig.
I saw that, yeah. The thing
And
where
I
it's
hate the Muppets, but I would watch this if
Yeah.
like Marta was Miss Piggy, Kermit was like Ransom, all this stuff.
No, Kermit would be Harlan, I think.
Ah, yeah, but he dies too early to be.
Yeah, fair.
Although I would love to hear that
What's the
walk
one-
downstairs, say what time it is in Kermit's voice. I would love the whole monologue. Or
What's-
Daniel Craig doing a Kermit
No, I
accent.
think, what's the one that lives in a...
Elmo.
No, the one that lives in the bin. Elmo doesn't live in a bin.
Elmo lives in a bin.
Elmo
Oh
does
no,
not.
Oscar.
Oscar the Grouch, yeah, that's it. I think he should be...
Where does
Monster.
Elmo live?
Not in a bin.
Who's Jamie Lee Curtis's Big Bird, of course.
Who's Cookie Monster?
Richard. He seems like the Cookie Monster. He's the
Yeah.
most excitable of the lot, I think. I don't know enough. They're not Muppets.
They're not, they're the Sesame
So
Street
they're
people,
the Sesame Street
I don't know any
characters.
of them.
The Count.
He's also Sesame Street. No, you're thinking
Muppets.
Beaker and...
Burton. No, that's Sesame Street as well.
I never watched Sesame Street or the Muppets.
Muppets characters. Okay, Kermit the Frog, Miss Piggy, Gonzo,
Gonzo.
Beaker, Fozzie Bear, Animal, Dr. Bunsen
remember
Honeydew,
Animal.
Ralph the Dog, Rizzo the Rat, Camilla the Chicken, Floyd Pepper. What?
I've never heard of any of these.
There's Muppet Babies as well. Oh, it's just like Baby Piggy or whatever. Did you ever watch that Looney Tunes Kids?
Yeah, where all the Looney
It's just
Tunes
the
are-
Looney Tunes but in diapers.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we recast the Knives Out people as Muppets and leave Daniel Craig. What is going on, David? Do you have any thoughts on Knives Out
It's just a great
that
film.
aren't Muppet related?
No, I'm not related. No, I've got nothing then, no. Yeah, no, great film. Highly recommend. It's on Amazon Prime if anyone wants to watch it.
Yeah, that's where I watched it. I bought it on Amazon Prime the first time I see that. I like the thing with like €2 rent thing they do,
Yeah.
or if it's like on offer. I got it there and I was like, no.
didn't watch it.
I don't know. I didn't. I got around to watching it, but because they have the rent thing's permanent until you watch it.
Oh, okay. So, by
I
the
thought
time-
when I rented it, I had to watch it in the day or two. Oh, okay. No, because I went back to watch it and it was gone, but it's on Amazon Prime. I'm just down a rabbit hole here of it's on Amazon Prime.
Yeah, it's on Amazon
Because
Prime.
Amazon Prime have that weird thing where they list it twice. They list it as their Prime content and then list it as an option to buy as well. Like if you search Knives Out, gives you 2 options.
Oh no, that's because one of them's in 4K.
Oh, is that what that is?
Yeah, that's what that is. If you look it up on Amazon, it'll come up with the option to buy, or just if it's there. But if you look it up on the actual Amazon Prime, it'll come up with the
Oh,
4K
maybe that's what it
version
was.
of yeah.
Because it was 2 separate options, and I was like, oh no, I'm not going to try that. Because it has the wee tick and doesn't have the tick. I have a couple of user reviews.
Oh, go on.
For Knives Out, David. I just have 4, maybe 5. For a man who doesn't know how the caption system works, I have first film I saw alone in theatre.
10 out of 10.
9 out of 10.
I thought that was a good one.
Yeah, it is a good one. I'm not sure why that's his title, but...
Yeah, I don't know. I guess it was his title because it's the first film he saw alone in the theatre.
Yeah, but it's not how this system works. Conservatives aren't Nazis.
Oh, 1 out of 10.
On the dot, David. 1 out of 10. At least The Last Jedi wasn't predictable.
3 out of 10.
7 out of 10.
What the fuck?
I didn't know anything about the plot, but it was very predictable and never really took off, in air quotes.
And that's a 7 out of 10 movie.
That's a 7 out of 10 movie, yeah.
Fuck's sake.
There's one more, yeah. What is this? And what does Star Wars have to do with it?
5 out of 10.
5 out of 10, yeah.
Is this... I assume because he hasn't seen the movie, so he just gave it...
If I don't get this, am I a Star Wars fan? And does that make my opinion not matter? Because I don't get Star Wars either. I guess it was awesome in the 80s, and the one I watched recently was as disjointed as ever. He's reviewing Star Wars under the impression that Knives Out is a Star Wars film, I think.
Understandable.
If I don't get this, am I a Star Wars fan?
Yes,
I found that I read this review a few times and thought it was hilarious, David. That's what I wanted this IMDb user review for, to point out the lunatics.
The absolute lunatics.
In the IMDb user thing. This has now become my... we've just stumbled upon... no, let's not bother talking about the film.
Yeah.
Let's just fill airtime with Muppets and then get to the games.
Right. I'll move on to my games then.
Can't wait till we just stop doing films.
Yeah.
And only do games, but still title it based on the film we would cover.
Profanity is used sparingly, with the word shit being the strongest, said a few times every episode. B dash 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 H, A dash dash hole, D dash dash K, P or dash dash K, P dash 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 Y, and jerk off are used infrequently. Other than that, the only regular profanity is quite mild, such as ass, hell, piss and damn.
Always Sunny?
No. In season 5, the protagonist takes a shower. One shot shows his naked body through the glass and his buttocks is partially visible.
Our scenes. Lost. I was trying to think of when they were in the towns.
Cannibalism is a major part of a subplot and is often shown in graphic detail. Think Silence of the Lambs, but much more graphic.
Much more graphic than
Much
Silence
more
of the Lambs. And I've definitely seen this.
Yep.
Cannibalism. I can't even think of a guess to take for, like, cannibalism. Walking Dead.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay. I was trying to think, I was going to say that after this, and I was like, the shower. No, when did they shower?
When they get to Alexandria. Yeah. So,
What were the
other
last
shows
two?
were easily the most gory and violent show on TV. It is even more violent than shows such as Game of Thrones. It's that graphic. And the last one was, you definitely would have got at this. A character has his head hit with a baseball bat while all his friends are forced to watch. The scene does not last more than 3 seconds, but is probably one of the few moments which are hard to watch.
Brutal TV show on television.
I wouldn't say so.
Maybe when the review is made, because if you're going by, oh no, well, it doesn't start off as gruesome as Game of Thrones is.
I think it's just the fact that there's like more.
Although maybe because
It's the fact. I think it's by the sheer amount of it.
oh probably
Because with like Game of Thrones, I think there's more
okay
gory
yeah
kills.
they have like an episode where it's a load of fights, whereas
Yeah.
The Walking Dead has like 20 kills an episode.
Exactly. Yeah. There's
Okay, yeah.
some sort of gruesome death pretty much every episode.
Because that Noah one's brutal. Not to
Oh,
get too into
Oh,
spoilers
God.
for The Walking Dead, but
That's-
that Noah one's brutal.
that is harrowing.
Yeah, and the baseball bat
The baseball
scenes.
bat one, yeah, also fucking harrowing.
Okay, yeah, there is some gruesome ones. I suppose Game of Thrones isn't. It's not graphic in that way as much.
Oh, I think it is when it shows that, but it's just not as frequent.
But
So,
I
like,
can't remember many scenes of
Pedro
people.
Pascal's character.
Yeah, but even that's more like,
and even that does cut away.
and even that's more like not played for laughs, but it's a bit
It's a kind of
more
shock value.
exaggerated
Yeah.
than like the Walking Dead stuff would be
Yeah.
like his head explode.
It is kind of like with Game of Thrones, there's kind of more shock value rather than
Yeah.
like gore.
Yeah, because even like if you think of like the most famous kills in Game of Thrones, they're often like a throat slit or
Yeah, yeah.
a stab in the back, or
I mean, what's his name's pregnant wife? That's pretty gruesome.
that's gruesome.
That's pretty bad. There's so many like kills in The Walking Dead. They've got to get creative with every couple of them.
Yeah, that is true.
Like-
Because even the like throwaway like zombie on a road
Yeah.
sometimes gets like a fucking
And
an
even,
RV on his head or something like.
do you remember the one where they get the fucking car with the two chains in between them, and they fucking
Oh,
drive
and just
through the hole and
ram through it all. Yeah, like
and
the
it-
Dead Rising trap.
Yeah, oh,
Yeah.
it's fucking excellent stuff.
Yeah, okay, maybe they're right there then.
Yeah, well, I'm glad we cleared that up.
Yeah, right. So we've, on this podcast of It Knives Out, have recast the Muppets and decided which of the most
Which is the
gory
most
shows.
gruesome.
We're definitely missing one. So if we're missing any, please let us know.
Fear the Walking Dead.
Or like, I've never seen Vikings or something, but that sounds like something that could be graphic.
I imagine it's quite graphic, yeah.
Sons of Anarchy can be. Not
Yeah.
graphic, maybe, but in the same Game of Thrones way, more than
Yeah, I'd
like,
say so.
there's many a penis cut off in Game of Thrones. Or not Game, well, in Game of Thrones, I think there definitely is. But
Some balls cut off more so.
what
Some balls cut off more so.
in?
Game of Thrones with the eunuchs.
Oh yeah, but they're not like
They're not shown on
they are
screen,
cut
yeah.
off before we know them.
They're just talked about.
Yeah, there is a big penis
Do
cut
you
off.
remember he had the wizard in a box? Did I imagine that?
No, what?
Do you remember the Varys? The
As a
eunuch?
wizard in a box.
The wizard that cut his balls off. He's got him in a box at some point. Did I imagine that?
I don't remember.
I'm almost sure when he...
Like as in says it or we see him.
No, he opens up a box and there's a wizard inside.
Oh, I don't remember this. I have no doubt it happened because you could tell me anything happened that isn't a major plot point and I won't remember.
That's fair, yeah.
Or even major plot
Because
points.
I think it's literally just shown and then it's never mentioned again. I think it's when he takes Tyrion out of the capital.
Just shows him a wizard.
He just shows him a wizard in a box and he said, "Oh yeah, this is the
Oh,
wizard."
so in a box the same way Tyrion's in a box.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he just opens up this
Not like a
box.
really small like
I remember it's quite small. Like the wizard is very uncomfortable looking.
is he a dwarf?
No.
Or is it just a man?
I think it was a man. Again, I'm not sure if this
Right.
even happened.
So are we talking small as in like a crate or small as in like a jewelry box?
Oh, not like a jewelry
Not
box.
like a
no.
not like the soul of a wizard.
No. This was a
This was a grown man stuffed in a box.
yeah, it was a
Okay.
grown man stuff in a box.
Okay. Right, okay. That was Knives Out, I think.
Yeah, so
Just about. I have brought something similar to Knives Out this
Okay.
week. And we've already touched on it, so that kind of ruins the whole thing. But I brought The Murder on the Orient Express.
okay.
Just because I like, you know me, David, I like to go topical.
Yeah.
I don't like to bring games I haven't played about drinking Satan to death or something.
Or trailers. to
Have you
movies.
played that yet?
No. I played the first
Dude,
20 minutes.
who is going to follow our recommendations if we don't follow our recommendations?
I promise you I will play it at some point and come back with my review.
I'm pretty sure the only recommendation of either of us that we followed is Spider-Verse.
Yeah, I did actually watch that afterwards.
Yeah, but that was your suggestion. I
Yeah,
meant that I had seen it.
I haven't watched
I've
any of
watched
your
my own suggestions.
I haven't watched any of yours.
Right, Murder on the Orient Express. It's a Knives Out murder mystery, except it's more like it's more what you think of when you think of a murder mystery.
Yeah, it's Agatha Christie, isn't it?
yeah, it's pure serious. There's not much.
Yeah.
There's not many lads. It's a very good film.
This is the latest one, isn't it?
This is the one where they're making a
With
sequel.
Kenneth Branagh and that.
Yeah, it's the one with the
The very recent one, like 20...
the one 2017. that
Yeah,
came out.
okay, yeah. Because I think there is a radio version of that. And I
Oh, I'm sure there is. It's Agatha Christie. She has like 4 things that people keep making.
Mousetrap.
Yeah, people keep making the same thing over and over and over again.
Is that the one where they change the ending? There was one of her things where... No, it's not the Mousetrap, but there's one of her plays where they change the ending,
Maybe.
like day to day. They also did that with the Clue movie.
I'm excited to watch the Clue movie. I
Yeah.
have it in my...
Because apparently...
that might have been a better... It's more fitting in tone, I suppose, but...
But apparently with the Clue movie, they shipped different endings to different cinemas.
Okay. So if you
different
went...
people murdered her. Or murdered...
That's
your man.
great, isn't it?
Isn't it so good?
Yeah, I like that a lot. I wonder
I
who would
wonder how
be
much
the...
sense it makes, though.
No. Oh, well, maybe...
They probably frame it like everyone could have done it.
Yeah, but it might be like when they like film the ending of shows and don't want it spoiled, don't they film a couple of endings?
Yeah.
Didn't they have like a few people at the end of like Game of Thrones and stuff?
Yeah, they had 3 endings, I think.
They do stuff like that all the time. Or like if... Like I remember I want to say... What that was? Maybe
No,
no.
they didn't.
No, well, there's something. There's a very high profile thing that I'm thinking of
Yeah.
that I can't remember. I'll talk about it next
Game
week if
Club,
I find it out.
They definitely finished. Like, they filmed 3 full episodes for the last episode.
Of Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
And then went with the worst one possible.
Yeah, I can't imagine how either of them isn't as.
Yeah.
Yeah, because with How I Met Your Mother, like I was telling you last week, they,
Oh, yeah, they filmed
they
it.
have a like alternate ending. So
Yeah.
I suppose it's just a matter of not telling them which ones.
That's
Because it
like-
doesn't matter if it's at different cinemas because you can't spoil it if it's everywhere. If it's like that thing where they just don't want you to know, so you can't spoil it for like one story. Do you know what I mean?
It's like the first time I watched I Am Legend, I saw the alternate ending, and I didn't know there was an alternate ending. So then with the second time I watched I Am Legend, the movie ended differently, and I fucking lost my shit. I didn't know what was going on. I was so confused.
Yeah.
But yeah, turns
They
out
did that with Mass Effect, didn't they? Now I've not played it yet, but they
retconned the ending because
yeah, but like if you play it now,
it's changed.
have they not changed it? Yeah.
Because the way it was, it's like basically 3 games of like all your choices, are like leading you
And
down
they just
different paths.
didn't bother.
And then it came down to a literal one of 3 endings where you picked one of 3
your
options.
choices didn't matter.
Exactly. So
how did they change it? Did they just make it one uniform ending?
No, I think they did read.
Oh, like a proper record.
Yeah.
See, because when they release the ports for the next gens, I will play it.
Yeah.
Because I've tried to play the first one a few times, and the car's just unbearable.
Oh, the Mako.
Yeah.
I love the Mako.
Where can people find us, David?
People can find us 2 Men 1 Pod on Twitter, 2 Men the Pod on Instagram, and 2menthepod@gmail.com.
Next week we are covering David's favourite horror movie of all time, I think it was.
Oh, yeah.
The Blair Witch Project.
Yeah, the Blair Witch Project. God,
if you think we rambled this week, you just wait until we get to next week.
See you next week.